the time has arrived for us to begin. So I just want to add a little rosin to my poor worn out horsehair. I'm about to try the experiment of cleaning my horsehair with denatured alcohol, because I've been hearing for years that that's a way to renew and refresh your horsehair, that it's not worn out, it's like impacted with rosin deposits. And I'm far away from a bow rehair place, so I'm gonna try it. Got nothing to lose. If it doesn't work, I'll ship my bow off and have it rehaired anyway. And I will give you all a full report. Okay, so it's 11. It's top of the hour, and there's no need to wait. So today's live stream is focusing on practicing Suzuki Book 1. Last week we did a full run through, and people were saying, oh my gosh, we couldn't keep up. And they were wanting to maybe do a little bit of wood shedding together, or slow playing. I love a slow jam, so we'll do some playthroughs of songs more slowly, in addition to showing you some trouble spots and ways to tackle it. All right, so Song of the Wind. Oh, someone's being specific. Jamie Peddle wants Song of the Wind, measure 3. The book says to hop third finger from A to E. I've seen someone saying to roll the finger. What's your preferred technique? If there's time, the preferred technique is to hop. It's cleaner and more accurate for intonation. It's better technique, better articulation. But when there's no time, then yes, we roll, we mash, or we train ourselves to actually bridge both strings with a nice arched cupcake. And that's called covering the fifth. And that's the ultimate best of both worlds, because you don't have to hop, you don't have to roll, and it's in tune. So we'll talk about that. The Gossick Gavat, I think. Heike, still working on speeding it from 80% to full speed. I know, that's a big song, Heike. Gossick Gavat. My performance speed is only about 80%. Gotcha. Okay. So we'll definitely hit Song of the Wind. We'll definitely hit the Gossick. Other requests will probably come in as we proceed. Let me just, if I could, start with the Twinkle variations. I know you all know them already, but I have to show the brilliance of Suzuki in his structuring of these few little variations. They really embody like 75% of violin technique in these variations. I mean, look, there's no accident. Variation A is that rhythm. Bach double in Suzuki Book 4. Suzuki had his eye on the Bach double when he created these twinkle variations. He had a very far vision, and so you can't underestimate the power and the importance of studying your twinkle variations and continually reviewing them. My variations have gotten better just over the past 4 years. You'd think that this will sound braggy, but you'd think that I would have no room for improvement on something as simple as the twinkle variations. But no. The more we learn, the better we can get the twinkle variations. And they serve me. They boost my technique by continuing to review the twinkle variations. Okay, so let's just quickly discuss Variation A. Variation A is a détaché stroke. That's the fast notes. And then a short. So this is teaching you how to transition from a nice connected détaché stroke to, well, you could call it staccato. That's not quite accurate, but it means short stroke. I've come to think of those short bows as a martelet. Doesn't matter. it's a short note, and you have to have silence, clean silence between those short notes. That's what creates good clean playing, is the ability to to stop the bow without clutter and garbage. So that's variation A, learning to go from détaché to short martelet or staccato strokes. Also, variation A is a great variation for monitoring your straight bow. Oh, 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 oh. And in addition to straight bow, bowing from the elbow. Greasy elbow, flexible bow arm, okay? Straight bow. Oh, and staying on lane 3. I mean, so you would never ask a beginner to do all those things. Well, we try to, but we try not to overwhelm. Once you get halfway through book 1, then we can ask all those things of you. And that is why you review your twinkle variations even after you're long past them, because we just increase the expectations. Also in variation A, string crossings. Watch this. Watch. A string. So this is what I call the elevator. The elevator takes you to different string floors. All right? Let's actually play Twinkle Variation A at a nice calm speed, and you can sort of just take a little inventory of all these skills I just listed. I'll try to give you hints by exaggerating. Okay? So, scrub a dirty doggy, dun 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 dun. Really greasy elbow, really. Détaché, then short notes. All kinds of words we could use. Here we go. Lane 3, get your greasy elbow ready. Get your elevator ready. And here we go. 1, 2, ready, set, go. I think variation A is possibly the most beneficial variation for technique. Okay, briefly, I won't take this long on every variation. It's just that A was the most important. Variation B, I use the words pizza and popcorn. And that takes the little martelet notes out of variation A, and it makes a whole variation just based on those martelet strokes. If you're calling them staccato, fine. It's seeing if you have the control to do a fast bow with an abrupt stop without noise. Furthermore, there's a big hole you can't step into. Hole. Hole. That takes control because we all want to kind of spill into that hole. You gotta respect the space, respect the silence. I'm not gonna go into a whole martelet lesson, although that would be a great live stream because I have a magic way of teaching martelet. But let's play Twinkle Variation B. Concentrate on having clean stops. Just use the center 8 inches or so of bow, right in the middle of your bow. Greasy elbow, elevator, string crossings, and respect the silence. Here we go. Pizza and popcorn, ready, go. Nice and clean. On your highway, straight bow, greasy elbow. When you're practicing these and you're reviewing, you have to be very self-aware of things you're doing that you should be doing or could be doing better. Right now, I'm disgusted because I keep hitting my D string. I'm being messy. And so that's something I would work on, is my awareness of getting my elevator too close to the D floor. I need to work on that. Plus, I'm going to blame this violin. I don't normally play on this violin. If you can find an excuse to blame besides yourself, always do that. Okay, variation C is delightful. That's just teaching you more greasy elbow. Also, Suzuki is introducing fast notes just before a change. So we have big, little, big, little, big, little. And you have to get your finger down after the little or the fast notes. And so Suzuki's slowly preparing you to change notes more quickly, to cross strings more quickly. And that's all we need to say about that. Let's play Twinkle Variation C. Greasy elbow, lane 3. When I say lane 3, for those of you who don't know my teaching, I'm talking about the midway point between the fingerboard right here and the bridge. Midway point. That's your happy spot. We use these other spots later, but you start by learning to stay in lane 3 with a straight bow. Straight meaning parallel to the bridge, not crooked either way. Twinkle Variation A. Big, little, ready, and go, and. And remember when you first started learning Twinkle Variation A, it's so hard to get those 3 fingers already on the A string, to get them ready to play the descending. And you just learn to get faster and faster and faster at getting those fingers set. And Variation C starts forcing you to get them set more quickly. If you still need time to prepare your 3rd fingers, take the time. It's better to allow yourself time to get them set than to develop a bad habit of playing out of tune or being chaotic because you didn't have enough time. Give yourself time. Okay, and Variation D. Well, in the new book, they added a variation. I frozen. Hello, hello, hello. We're unfrozen. Good. I think I should be exempt from playing their triplet variation because I was trained before they added it, but that's not an excuse. So Variation D is now triplets. And I had a student named Evelyn. It's the perfect word for this variation. Evelyn, 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 because it's just nice, evenly spaced triplets. Let's try that variation. The Evelyn variation. I'll show you just really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on every note. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, ready, set, go. then variation E is the 16th note variation, motorcycle, 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 motorcycle. 8 reps on every note. And that's just pure détaché, greasy elbow, and quick changes because it's constantly a moving rhythm. Let's play it. Motorcycle, motorcycle, 1 and 2 and ready and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then finally, the twinkle theme, which challenges all of our bow control. I like it slower than most Suzuki people because I think it's more beautiful and it takes more technique. So let's play it about that speed and just focus on smooth, beautiful sound. Ready, go. Slow bow. Greasy elbow. Okay, so we just took 18 minutes to go through those variations plus my talking. You may say, I don't have that kind of time to waste on twinkle. I've got other hard stuff to learn. You don't have time not to do your twinkle variations. I promise you, you'll notice increased abilities if you will faithfully review and polish and perfect your twinkle variations. Okay? All right, so lightly row. We'll skip it, but that's another slow, big bow song with skips. It's based on arpeggios. So, Song of the Wind. Okay, we had a question about bar, what was it? Bar 3. 1, 3, 3, 1, E. Okay, so, Jamie is asking about this little, watch my third finger. So the third finger has to play the A string and go immediately to the E string. And the question is, do we stop, drop, or roll? Are we supposed to hop our third finger, which causes a gap, because third finger has to be in the air to get to the E string, or do we do this? See how I just laid over on my side? So the answer is that the best practice is to hop. It's better in tune, it's cleaner, it's better technique. When there's absolutely no time, rolling is acceptable. I'll tell you what, usually it's not necessary to roll unless you're slurring the notes, because you can sneak a hop in between bow changes and you don't even hear the hop. But if you're slurring in one bow, you hear it. Sorry. Yeah, so that would be an example of where you might roll, or you might cover the fifth with your third finger, which is also very difficult. But if you train yourself, it can be done. Okay, so usually it's slurring where it's really necessary and acceptable to roll. So could we just do bar 3? The real trick, Jamie, is glue your first finger on the E string so that you have that that root, that anchor. Okay? So listen to me. And you have to lift your first finger there. And then we're going to do a bow circle, and we're going to do it again. We're going to do it 5 times just to give our third finger a little bit of practice. Here we go. Get your first finger ready. 1, 2, ready, play. Hop. Bow circle. Bow circle. Bow circle. Is that 4? Last time, go. So learn to choreograph the bow circle into the song. It's better to do a fast bow circle and get there early, like this. Now I'm sitting there and waiting. I'd rather be early for my plane than late for my plane. It's because, oh my gosh. Okay, get my point. All right, let's do Song of the Wind one time. It's repeated in the book. So if you want to be a true blue Suzuki player, always play it 2 times to observe the repeat. Starts with an A major scale. 1, 2, ready, go. Here we go. Bow circle. Bow circle. Fast circle. Now, I am doing separated bows because we're playing it really slow right now. You don't have to play staccato. You can just play a détaché. I don't want to mislead anyone. Okay, Mac in action. Good question. How do I set my bow on the string after a bow circle without bouncing the bow? That's why you get there early, so that it can settle. So watch this. I get back to my happy spot where I want to play. I can even put it on the string. In fact, do put it on the string. Bow circle, set. Let's do that 3 more times. And Mac, you just get there early. It feels weird to get there early. We want to arrive right when it's time to play. It does not work that way because then you came from the air and your bow will bounce. So let's do this. Bow circle, set, play. And I'll give those commands. Okay, let's try it 3 times. 1, 2, ready, go. Bow circle, set, play. Fast circle, set, play. Okay, and then when I yelled fast circle later on in the song, you have less time. Here it comes. Watch. Fast. And that's a super challenge. And you might do a smaller bow circle. You don't have to do this giant thing. Let's do it. It's just A, C sharp, E, and then circle. And then we'll play an open E. So here's what we're going to do, guys. Circle and play E. Okay, we'll do that 5 times. Ready, set, go. Fast, set. Again. Ready, go. Set. Ready, go. set. Okay, let's do it the last time and we'll continue to the end of the song. Okay, starting with 1, 2, ready, go. Set. And then we'd repeat with a bow circle and play the whole song again. So actually, Song of the Wind, 2 of the main techniques that you learn in Song of the Wind is bow circle and being able to do it, get there early, get the bow set before you have to play. That's number 1. Number 2 is learning finger glue on keeping your F sharp down. And number 3 is that hoppy third finger, being able to hop directly across the string. Okay? So we are going to make sure to get to Gothic Gavotte because one of our attendees is currently working on Gothic Gavotte. Those of you who aren't there yet, watch and learn because this is a famous song. It's, like I said, it belongs in the end of book 2. It's kind of hard, but also extremely fun. So we're going to talk about Gothic Gavotte now. So Heike, I'll talk about getting it up to speed in a second. First, let me start at the beginning and show some of the big issues that we have to contend with in the Gothic Gavotte. Suzuki in the book, if you're looking at the book and you're not playing by ear, hopefully you're playing by ear and looking at the book. He's got dots everywhere. And if you observed all of his dots, it can be very confusing. So he's got dots over every note. What does that mean? It means he wants a little lightness, a little space. So you're going to use smallish bows near the middle, I'd say a little below the middle. And in fact, once you start studying spiccato, this is beautiful to play with a little brush spiccato. But book 1 students typically don't have spiccato yet, so we do it in such a way that it prepares you for when you do want to use spiccato. Okay, so don't get confused by the excessive use of dots in the Suzuki books. Okay, so we have this little ditty at the beginning. Here's your first big challenge. D string. That can be really messy if you don't handle the string crossings just right. So take the left hand out of it. I'm going to talk to you a lot about string crossings. When string crossings are the issue, park your left hand and work on the string crossings. This note is on a D, the D string. This is on the E string. And that's on the D. So the bow has to go D, E, D. Now, the trick is don't start crossing strings until your bow has stopped. And you cross the strings while your bow is stopped. If you start too early, you'll get that racket in the middle. So you guys, and I keep my bow on the, I don't go in the air. Watch very closely. I'm rolling right across the strings. I'm not going, that's too dangerous. So, but you have to come to a complete stop before you roll to the string crossing. Let's do that 3 times is all I want to take time for. So play the D string and then stop. Freeze. Silently move to the E string and play up bow. Stop. Freeze. go to the D string. Okay, now we're going to try to compress that with just enough space. Let's say play, play, cross, play, cross, play. We'll have equal silent time as the notes. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. Open strings. 1, 2, ready, play. D, cross, A, stop. Okay, and then you add the left hand. And then we've got the Heike problem where, okay, we can do it slow. Now we have to speed it up. Yes, but until you learn to do it accurately and without problems in the slow speed, you don't stand a chance in the fast speeds. So that is a little spot to be aware of. There's a grace note in there. I'm sure you all. So it's just a little blip. 1, 2. Okay. That's the whole gist of the first half of this song. There is one spot where we have a high 3 or a low 4. If you're looking at your music, that's in measure 7. There's a C sharp. See my third finger? Or you can do a low 4 instead of a high 3. You could put your 4 in that spot. And I like to follow it with an open D. Your music will say you can play a 4th finger D. Open D is beautiful and it's easier. So you choose what works best for you. I've never seen someone who preferred low 4. Everyone, it feels more normal. It's harder to do a high 3, but it's just more normal somehow. Okay, so now we get to the exciting second half of this song. It says cantabile, which is a joke. Cantabile means singing. And it starts out. By the way, that slur on a string crossing from a ringy 3 to a low 2 is very difficult. It's hard to get that space in tune. So maybe mark that to check that. That's in bar 18, but you don't need much of my help on that. The part you need help on is this. So let's talk about that. That's in bar 20. And we have 4 notes slurred. And that's pretty easy. B, D, C sharp, D. And that's a great exercise, even if you're just on the twinkle variations. This is good for you to start working on. Okay, so that's easy, but then if you've not developed your 4th finger, suddenly your 4th finger has to get this E. The next 4 notes are problematic for 2 reasons. 3 reasons. It's on an up bow, and we're just all more down bow dominant. We just are. It starts with a pinky. Oh my gosh, there's more reasons. We're lifting fingers. We're not setting fingers down. Lifting fingers is way harder to do well. And we've had to go from a high 2 to a low 2. Oh my gosh, no wonder those 4 notes are hard. So we're going to isolate them. So we're now to a low 2. And if you need to, take the slur out until you can play it quickly. Then you start working on slurring it. Okay. Let me not talk. Let's try the détaché. Low 4 3 low 2 1. Here we go. 1 2 ready go. Again, and ready, go. One more time, go. Now let's do it in a slur. Same speed. And we'll go down, then do it again on an up bow, and then on a down bow again. 1, 2, ready, slur. Now up bow, go. One more time, down. Now if that's hard for you, then you need to stop there and get comfortable with the slur. Slurring is freaky at first until you've done it 500 times, and then it's no longer freaky. You'll wonder why you ever thought it was hard. It just takes practice. And I hope you understand what I mean by lifting fingers is harder because we're creating a note by removing a finger, not by adding a finger. And that means someone else has to be there ready to make the note when you lift. So when I lift 4, 3 needs to be there. When I lift 3, 2 needs to be there. Think about that. Ponder that as you're doing your practicing, and you'll sort it out more quickly with your conscious participation. Now, so once you can do that fast, and once you can do the 4 notes before it fast, then we have to glue them together. And that's where the high 2, low 2 becomes an issue. And here's the crux of it. At some point, your second finger needs to pop up in order to move to a low 2. And I'll show you where that needs to happen. It happens when you hit your 4th finger. Watch. Watch my second finger. Oh, you know what? No, it happens after I hit my 3rd finger. And second finger is already springing back to be best friends with index finger. Watch again. So let's play that easy. Those are the easy 4 notes. And I want you to practice springing your second finger back when you hit your 3rd finger for the second time. Here we go. 1, 3, 2, pop. Ready, and go, and 1, 3, 2, pop. Again. 1, 2, ready, go. And that way, he's not committed to the high 2 spot for when you start this descent. So watch this. And I don't need to put him down too soon. Oops. Choreograph it. Some passages are so difficult, they require very specific choreography. And then once you've done it 50 or 100 times, you don't have to think about the choreography, the dance moves anymore. Okay? And after you do that, you have some open strings to recover. Thank heavens. So you get a A and then D to recover. Now, that's all fine and dandy. How do we get it from 80%, like Heike said, to 100%? Well, I have videos on this. It's the magic trick. It's the secret weapon. I don't know a professional who hasn't used it. And it's practicing in rhythms. Because if you can practice fast pairs of notes, and then you do different combinations of fast pairs, your hand and your brain has played every note fast at some point. And so you know how to do it fast. It's just a matter of putting them together. And it breaks the speed barrier because your brain and your fingers have done it really fast before. So let me show you what that looks like. So we're going to go fast, slow, or short, long, short, long, short, long, like this. I usually start with long, short, long. That's the easier one to start with. So long, short, long, short, long, short, long, And you keep the bowings the way they are, if at all possible. If it's not possible, it's okay. But let me show you one more time. We'll do it together. Long, short, short 4, 3, 2, 1. Try it. And you may have to walk away and practice this, come back to this video, but learn the technique of practicing in rhythms. It's just 2-note pairs. You do it long, short, long, and then you do it short, long, short. Those two things have combined every possible combination, and you've done every note fast at some point. While you're doing this, practicing in rhythms, you have to listen for flaws. You have to listen for a botched string crossing, or, oh, my pinky is not getting there in time. You have to pay attention to the mistakes and the weaknesses, or it doesn't do you much good. Because then you don't sort through the issues that are going to arise when you play it fast. So that takes a little experience and real awareness. If I hear flaws, or maybe I'll try to do some on purpose, I'll call attention to them. Okay, let's do long, short, short, short. 1 and 2, and ready, and go. I can't do it on purpose. I'll screw up. Let's just do it again with me. Ready, and go, and. Okay, I did miss my pinky, and I had to slide him into tune. Because pinky is one of the fast fingers. Watch. It went 3, 4, and it was a bow change. That's a big problem, guys. So let's pay attention to our bow change lining up perfectly with an in-tune pinky. Ready, 2, set, and go. You see that? Okay. Now, in the interest of time, let's reverse the, it's 11:43. We'll go for another 10 minutes on this. And I don't see any other requests. So we're good. We'll just spend it on the gavotte. And really, if you're not learning the gavotte, if you walk away learning how to practice in rhythms, it's been a good use of your time. So now we're going to go short, long, watch. Now, pinky isn't the fast guy now. It's the ones in between pinky. But pinky does have to lift fast after playing him. Play it with me and you'll see what I'm talking about. 1 and 2. 1 and 2 and ready and go and. Okay, and remember to pop your second finger off so that he can get free of the C sharp spot and be ready for C natural. Again, ready and go and. One more time. Ready and go and. Okay, now that starts to prepare you for fast. But in really fast passages, you want to do the rhythms even more crunched. Like I call it the super crunch. And that looks like this. So the fast pairs happen even closer together. And that prepares you for this speed. Okay, so we could do this measure together for a half an hour, maybe 40 minutes, and I guarantee you'd be playing that measure at 100% tempo. But we can't do that together. That just has to come from you. Okay, so I've shown you how to do it. Let's show you the other fast little boogers in this. I call this the section D, I think, and it's this. So the problem here is we've got 4/16 notes. So we've got a slurred string crossing. right there, from open A to third finger. So that's a problem. We've got a low 2 on the A string and a high 2 on the D string. So that's a little bit of a challenge, more brain power. And then it's followed by a ginormous string crossing from D to E. But if you practiced your string crossings at the beginning of Gavotte, you're already equipped and you already know how to do that. So that's the thing, you guys. Please know this. If one measure takes you 5 hours to learn, you didn't just learn that one measure. You learn 1,000 other measures that are going to have the same skills in them. So don't worry about time spent on a hard spot. It's an investment. Okay, so let's go like this. Do it with me, and maybe you'll have a brilliant thought on how to make that easier for you. So this is measure 25, if you're looking at the music. And it's a quarter note, and then 4/16 notes, and then a quarter note. Okay, here we go. Ready, go. Okay, I did have a brilliant thought. Couple of them. They're not my own, so I can brag about them. My Suzuki trainer, Rolando Freitag, hi guy, informed me that it's really beneficial to stop the bow and plant it before slurred notes, fast slurred notes. So watch. Did you hear the little, I exaggerated, and I popped. That energy really sets off, especially the descending. This is another descending slur. So that's another reason this is challenging. But train yourself to stop the bow, set, and release it with a ka-da-da-da-dum. Let's try that. Ready, go. Set. Again, go. Set. Okay, so practice that set. I think it's especially applicable on descending slurs. We need to back up. I should have given you that tip. Here. No. I wish I could edit this out, but I can't. There's no time to set your bow on that measure. There's no time. So you can't benefit from that little trick. But you can in bar 25. You just steal a little time from the quarter note. Okay? Now we have to learn to get from open A to a third finger. That's a matter of timing. You gotta get the third finger and the bow have to rendezvous on the D string. And that just takes awareness of that issue and practice. Let's try that. No, let's go like this. It's more beneficial if we go to the F sharp. Like that. Start on an up bow. Ready and go. And let's do it with a pop. Ready and go. And ready and go. And really listen to yourself. Are you hearing that third finger clean? Or is there garbage? Did you not coordinate the two well enough? Okay, and then we have string crossing. You know what to do. Stop the bow completely. Then cross. Stop. If the bow isn't stopped, you'll get noise. If you take your bow off the string, then you have to worry about resetting without bouncing. So I like to keep the bow on the string. All right. And then it's the same thing again. Okay. The last line isn't as hard, but it's still an up bow, descending, slurred note. Ooh, there's a chance for you to set the bow and release it with a k. That energy just really propels your fingers. So let's try that. It starts from a first finger, set, and then you got to land on C on the G string. Let's do it. Ready, go. E, pop. Slurred string crossing, descending. Yeah, we've already discussed that technique, and that's not the hardest passage. I will mention this. In the last line, the string crossing happens in different, on different parts of the beat. So here, your string crossing happens on a bow change. That makes it easy. Easy. The next one, the string crossing happens in the middle of the slur. And then you get to change the bow. So bar 30 is harder. Starts with open D. You need to be aware of when that string crossing happens and rendezvous your third finger right in time with it. And then, okay, so remember the measure we spent a lot of time on, bar 21, that went like this? Well, I told you, once you learn one measure, you've learned 1,000 other measures. In this last line, 29, 30, 31, bar 31, we're going to use that same descent again. And it's the same thing. It's 4, 3, 2, 1. It's a low 2. It's an up bow. And this time, you do get to pop the string. So that will be easier for you because of the work you did in bar 20. Last thing I want to show you is the last part. You do a double up bow for one reason. It's to get the bow hand closer to the strings so that you can immediately do a pizzicato. So now see where I am? And you're going to do an emergency pizzicato position. You're going to keep your bow hold intact. You're just going to make a little pick out of your index finger and you roll the hair towards you. See how the hair is facing me? And that rolls my index finger onto the bottom. So watch this. I get my pick ready. You want to practice that at least 50 times. Roll. And then, because you have to go back to the beginning. So you don't have time. You don't have time to do a real actual pizzicato where we hold our bow like this and we plant our thumb. There's no time. Pick. Choreography. That's a passage that needs just real training and muscle memory. Man, I talked a lot and worked you hard. I hope that this had value for you. Next live stream, I really want to do some St. Patrick's Day stuff because 'tis the season. So I hope that that's what we can do next time. Thanks for joining me. I think we should probably end here, but we've got 5 minutes. If there's anyone that has a burning question, ask it now or wait till next week. Watching the comments. Thank you so much. You're welcome. HW2050. Okay. Guys, good work. I'm happy that you joined me. And I'll see you next week for some Irish music. Okay, take care.